The system's primed. Doing a static pressure test. I just hit it with a torch a couple times. Gave it a few licks. This thing doesn't give temperature too well, depending on what you're taking it on. Yeah, that's wrong. So I went from about 70 to 100 and got that much pressure. I'm going to open the valve and see if the unit actuates. There it goes, look at that. So cool. Just blew a damn hole in my line there. I think I might have accidentally got it too hot.
0 degrees centigrade. That's called the freezing or the melting point of water. And then if you took the very
so far this tubing is proving unacceptable. I have no idea how much pressure was just in that line. I can't get any readings out of this gauge unless it's up in the 500 psi range. Man, that sucks.
Now we stick that very same temperature thermometer.
It did actuate the cylinder, the entire stroke. You can see that line there. That's top dead center. I was trying to get a pressure of about a 500 psi rate at top dead center because I want this pump to have an output of 500 psi, and in order for that to be possible at TDC I must be able to reach a pressure of 500 psi. I wasn't expecting this line to be able to hold that pressure, but I at least wanted to see what pressure it would burst, and it burst at a pressure that did not register on this gauge. May have been a result of overheating of the tubing.
So then we take that thermometer and we divide it in two.
I think we just passed 500 psi's. Approaching 1,000, I'm getting a little worried. Don't see any signs of leaks. That's just all from bleeding it. Wow, we're right at about 1,000. I need to drain this or cool it off quick. Uh-oh. It's leaking at 1,000 psi's. I think I need to crack this loose. When I cracked the valve, and this is the meager amount of fluid that was ejected from the chamber. Now that is enough to actuate the piston in this device. This small piston, which is actually the pump from a jack. And this is the other side of the jack inverted and then welded to that to perform as a volumetric flow booster. So this is the current position. I'm going to let it cool down completely, and I'm thinking it's probably going to end up all the way here somewhere or something like that, because it does contract quite a bit. This amount of fluid in that tube is pretty long distance. Plus, looks like quite a bit leaked out. Approaching 500 psi's again. No signs of that leak yet. Seems to have healed itself. Approaching 1,000 psi's again. I don't know why I'm doing this. Should probably just go ahead and drain that. So far, so good. I didn't do anything to it. Just thought I'd give it another shot. Now, in practice, this thing would never hold pressure this long. And it's just getting higher and higher. I think I'm going to go ahead and break it loose. Oh. Okay, so that time successfully held 1,000 psi's. Looks like I'm approaching 600 psi. I was blasting heat down the thermal conduit this time. It's about 110 degrees. Started at about 75. Could be getting a false reading there. The galvanized reads a little different. So that's pretty impressive for 25 degrees. Still no sign of leak. So for a volumetric demonstration, we'll crack the valve. Not to lose the whole thing here. Sorry. Pretty cool. Probably just way overdid it. Shooting heat down the thermal conduit's way quicker. It gives pretty quick activity. So I've let the system expand all the way to this point, at which point I have closed the valve. And I'm going to let it cool back down to ambient. I'm at 107 degrees there. We're looking at about 74, maybe cooler. And once this cools down, when we crack the valve, we're going to watch the progress of the fluid. And we're going to see how much volumetric expansion took place by measuring the tube. Okay, cooled down to about 69. Look at that. Wow. I don't like the way that happened. I just kind of messed that test up. I'll get back to you on that.